Welcome back, everybody. Sive Morten is here with ForexPeaceArmy.com. Let's once again take a look at the gold market. So traders probably are happy right now. It's because daily chart is returning back in our research, in our videos, since we are start getting patterns on the high time frames, particularly daily chart. While the investors maybe will not be very happy, it's just because it might be the sign of the possible retracement, more or less more extended retracement, which is actually not very pleasant to investors who would like to keep going higher and higher. So, but anyway, this scale is too small to make the big suggestions. Besides, the retracement on the gold market has to be started significantly earlier. So it's we could say that it's rather late for a normal reaction on the technical background. Anyway, what we have here, we have on the daily chart a kind of the bearish engulfing pattern. By itself, this pattern is not really promising something really big, so it might be, in most cases, it takes some kind of the ABCD shape on the intraday charts. That's potentially might be just minor retracement triggered by this pattern. Also, personally, I do not expect really big drop here because of the major target that stands around 4120. As I already explained, that in most cases market needs at least tries to reach the big targets before major retracement starts. So also don't forget about the great momentum that stands here, and in fact sharp reversal on the gold market was just collapse here, hardly possible. So because it's really too big impulse to the upside stands right now, and personally I even wouldn't be surprised if this pattern will fail. That's theoretical also possible. Here market is coming closer to MACD break-even point. So on the next week, on Monday in particular, we could keep watching for a grabber. If bullish grabber will be formed, it will increase chances for a possible failure of this engulfing as market start forming higher. At the same time, appearing of this first reaction, it once again returns us back to this thrusting action. So it's potentially promising for Jordan-Napoli patterns. It might be the bread and butter if patterns that's working, market starts showing deeper retracement, or it might be even the reason for forming the double repo pattern, which is a stronger bearish pattern, and actually it could trigger the pullback even on the halfway to the from this upper direction, somewhere back to the 36, 37 area. It's also possible. So, other words speaking, it will be a lot of things to keep an eye on next week. But today we will trying to deal with the pattern that we have in place. So on the 4 time frame chart, the trading setup that we discussed yesterday actually started. So we said that if market still return back down inside of the channel, in this case it will keep going right to the bottom, and we will be watching for the 39.65 area for support, following the same bullish momentum trade that we were trading right here in absolutely the same way. Currently, you can see that it stands in progress. So market reached this support and start showing the pullback that we have. Yesterday, unfortunately, we haven't got the setup that we discussed on the hourly chart. If you remember, here was the engulfing pattern, and we said take a look. If market returns back down here based on this pattern, you could try and take the long position, the possible butterfly to be formed. But this hasn't happened. Market just erased this pattern, moving back to the top, and formed triple two sell on top. This is the favorite gold market pattern for reversal. In most cases, before the big reversals, market is forming triple twos on top, and has been formed and market collapsed. So here we haven't got any chances to take position with this possible butterfly. So it directly turns to the larger scale scenario. Now we're just watching for a pullback and reaching of the predefined target. So minimum target of this upside bounce, at least based on the Jordan-Napoli framework, is a 40.15 area, 618 resistance on the whole downside action. You could see that market hits the OP already. It's 39.96, but it stands too close. Besides, this acceleration suggests it might keep going higher. XOP stands 40.27. So maybe it will reach it, but according to the Jordan-Napoli framework, the 40.15 is a most probable target of this trade. So if this will be even right there, so right according to this scenario, then this pattern will get chance to work, and we probably will get something like this. So with a deeper retracement, it might be something like ABCD pattern to the downside. That's potentially might be to the 39 with this retracement if engulfing starts working. If you will see that markets keep going higher, reaching XOP, moving close to the top, and if we will get bullish grabber, for example, on Monday, that will be quite different story. It means that market will take it out of this top and start forming something else. Maybe it will be double top. It's also possible. We will see it later and understand what's going on. But for now, let's just complete this trade that stands in place, watching for this as a target. Probably better to not hold the position through the weekend, because you know what's going on right now in the weekends. Anything could happen, and gold is very sensitive to any geopolitical and political issues inside the United States and on the foreign arena, so it might be really costly if you will get there. That's actually probably all that I would like to say currently on the gold market. Let's keep watching, see how market will complete this target, and we will make a decision on the next step in the beginning of the next week.